Hello, good day from anywhere you're watching me from. This is Chemistry Hangout. I want to believe we are doing well today. Very quickly, I want to talk about the 2023 chemistry practical for secondary schools. I've received a lot of messages, I've received a lot of calls as regards the practical for this year. And I quickly want to, I see it as a responsibility to say this. I want to tell you not to panic. I have received the instructions to school today, and I want to quickly talk about that. So listen very carefully so that you know where you are actually, focusing on. For teachers, co-educators, for students, just listen to this. So I've received the instructions, though I'm going to be releasing my content next week. Expect content on it next week. Okay, but let me quickly talk about it. The titration is still our normal neutralization titration. Okay, they are still working with acid-based titration. So the acid is going to be HCl, and the base is going to be your sodium thiazocarbonate 4 decahydrate. So which means that if you are focusing on the volumetric analysis, read about water of crystallization, because the probability that you are going to be getting water of crystallization is very high. It's a prediction, but it's very high. So you are working with sodium thiazocarbonate 4 decahydrate. That's what you're working with. So read about percentage composition of water of crystallization. Read everything about water of crystallization. But don't be afraid. I'm still dropping a content. I'm just giving us an update for people that have called me. I've not seen the instruction. The instruction is with me now. I have received it. So if you're a teacher, you are a chemistry teacher, you have not received it, you can actually, you can message me. My number is right on this screen. So you can message me. Okay, so that's what you are going to be doing for volumetric analysis. HCl reacting with sodium thiazocarbonate 4 decahydrate. So and you'll be asked to look for a lot of things. So if you have been following my channel, some things should not be a problem to you. So it's a normal titration. So but the qualitative analysis is a bit different, because this year the first test we are going to be doing is a test for functional group, which is your alkana. Okay, your alkana in glucose. So because one of the specimen, or let me say the tests they gave us for this year, one is glucose. So, and if you understand glucose, you will know glucose has the alkana functional group, which makes it a reducing sugar. So which means you are going to be testing for glucose. You have to read everything about that. Your glucose is your monosaccharide, a simple sugar. So, and the test for it, read about it. That's Ferlin solution or Benedict solution. That's what they use to test for the reducing property of glucose, okay, which actually turn brick red on addition of your Ferlin solution. Your brick red precipitate, you should know that it's soluble. Definitely your monosaccharides, they're soluble in water. So read about glucose. And what are you reading about glucose? Very important. Its solubility in water is very, very important. And the positive test to Ferlin solution or Benedict solution, which is a brick red precipitate on addition of your Ferlin solution or your Benedict solution. So you're going to read about that. It's a reducing sugar, and it's because of the alkana that is there. So it's a simple test too. Okay. And another one we are going to be testing for, as stated in the instruction, is zinc 2 oxide. That's what we are going to be testing for, zinc 2 oxide. You need to know its solubility in water too. It's not soluble in water. Your zinc 2 oxide is not soluble in water. Understand that it is amphoteric. Yeah, it can react with acid, can react with base. What other thing do you need to know? Of course, you need to understand the test for zinc 2 ion too. Definitely, if they are giving us zinc 2 oxide, you might be testing for the zinc as the zinc ion in that very particular compound. You might be testing for that. So understand how you use your sodium hydroxide and your ammonia solution to test for zinc in that very particular zinc 2 oxide. What other thing? Now you need to understand that your zinc 2 oxide 2 is white, when cooled, and yellow when heated. So you should need to. So if I eat my zinc 2 oxide, what happens is that it turns to yellow. but when I cool it, it turns to white. What other thing? What other thing? I think those are the things you just focus on. So don't forget, I've told you volumetric analysis is just your normal acid base titration. It's just a normal acid base titration, so you don't need to be scared. The content is coming out powerfully like we always do. God will help us. Okay, so while your qualitative analysis, you have zinc, you have glucose. Okay, you have zinc 2 oxide. So everything you need to know about glucose is what I've told you. So the test for glucose is important, very, very important. The test for glucose, and for teachers, if you have come across the instruction for this year, you see even in the reagent they want us to prepare, they ask us to prepare Ferlin solution or get Ferlin solution A and B ready. Definitely they want to test for the reducing property of glucose, which is because of the alkanal functional group that is in glucose. Okay, so and they ask us to get zinc 2 oxide. Okay, we should understand that we are going to test for zinc there, and they can still ask us to eat the sample of that zinc 2 oxide so that you can have yellow when you eat it, and when you cool it, it is white. So you don't have anything to worry about. We're going to be releasing our content next week, so expect it. I wish all my students everywhere success. If you are new to this channel, so that you don't miss the upload next week, you need to subscribe to this channel. Okay, we won't stop giving you nothing but the very best in chemistry. Okay, we love you guys. And for teachers, you have not gotten the instructions, you can reach out to me. I've gotten it. You can reach out to me so that I will actually, send it to you if need be, so that you can prepare your students too. So the